Welcome back to the CEO.CA boardroom. Today we're speaking to Karim Ousenmez, who runs Volta Metals. This is an explorer based here in Toronto with rare earth and gallium deposits across Ontario. Now, the company has both the Springer deposit with an existing mineral resource estimate, and they're also conducting lithium exploration at their Aki project. Karim, can you briefly explain for us what you've got at each of these projects, specifically current status of Springer in terms of the rare earth gallium deposit, and also what you've discovered so far at Aki?
Absolutely. No, thanks for the opportunity. So we have Springer, that's our main project. It's a rare earth deposit. It has a resource that was done in 2012. Very attractive numbers, really good potential, and high grade. It has both light and heavy rare earths, which is pretty unusual, but it's good. The mineralization is on surface. But what's attractive with this deposit is the location. It's unbelievable. It's right between, just near at actually Sudbury, paved road access, a lot of infrastructure around it as well. So very close to the highway, etc. But when we were looking at the data, what we recognized was that there's really good high-grade gallium that was never modeled. Every borehole pretty much, hit gallium, high intercepts. So we are looking to updating the resource and hoping to have we're confident that we're going to have a gallium resource as well with that project.
And what's the timeline budget for updating this to current standards?
That's a good question. So we just finished our initial drilling, which we were, pleasantly surprised because it went beyond our plans in the sense that we drilled more on every borehole because the mineralization kept going. I believe we left all the boreholes in mineralization. Obviously, the assay results are going to tell us in terms of numbers what these are going to look like. So we're right now waiting for the results to come from the lab. We expect to have all the results come in October. So the work will be done, I believe, within November with peer review and everything else. Probably late November, early December, we should have the updated resource estimate with a standalone gallium resource as well.
Mm-hmm. And Aki, as mentioned, is primarily a lithium deposit. Is that right?
That is correct. So Aki was our project until this one came about because the Springer is more advanced. But Aki was where we kept finding more and more lithium pegmatites. But what's interesting with that Aki is during this downturn, if you want to call that, with the lithium sector, we assembled more of the strike length of what we had. Now we have really controlling position in the region there, which is near Thunder Bay, road access, surface mineralization again. But what is interesting there is in January, what we discovered there was additional mineralization of tantalum, cesium, but gallium as well. So early stages compared to Springer there, but we just commencing our field program there to follow up on that. It's a smaller exploration program, but it's still very exciting.
Well, given your current market cap at around 22 million Canadian dollars, with about 27% insider ownership, curious about your capital requirements for advancing both Springer and Aki and how you're prioritizing spending right now.
That is a good point. So right now we are, we have a good, healthy amount of cash in our treasury that is allowing us to do all the work that we are doing at the moment to advance both projects. What we have just completed is the drilling program that's going to aid us with the updating the resource, which is all, within the budget that we have. So that's good. We are cashed up until next year and all budgeted for the Aki project fieldwork as well. We are very, very low cost operator because of the infrastructure we have, easy access to all of our projects, and we really budgeted it very well. So our burn rate is quite low, and in a sense compared to our peers. When you look at the G&A, like we don't have an office that nobody's getting salaries or high salaries or anything like that. We use contractors. So I think we're good for until the new year. But look, the MRE, the resource estimate, is going to be the guide for us. And again, based on the results we're going to receive in October from the current drilling program, we're going to update our next phase of activities, which is going to include more drilling possibly, because we believe this is a lot bigger than what we currently have. And I think the results are going to show that, the potential. So we might have a bigger drill program. So let's see what happens in a month.
Yeah. Well, speaking of peers, in your latest deck, we can also see that you say you're significantly undervalued compared to companies like Defense Metals, Geomega, as they do trade at higher multiples. What catalysts do you see closing this valuation gap other than, obviously, this resource estimate that's going to be updated soon?
Absolutely. I think that would be the biggest one. But because we know it's going to be bigger, or confident that it's going to be bigger, if we demonstrate that might start closing the gap. Look, nobody has the infrastructure that we have in the rare earth projects in North America, not just Canada, but you're looking at US as well. So I think those are the really advantages we have compared to peers. And there's multiple reasons why we are undervalued compared to the others, because we just acquired this project in June. We're just doing the work at the moment. So there's a lot of upside there for anybody that's getting involved, and our current shareholders as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, last but not least, what do you want us to remember when it comes to Volta? As stated, right, you've essentially just shown that at this early stage, there's a lot coming up. But what do you want to leave us on as you go here?
Look, we are all committed. Like you mentioned, 27% of ownership as we all participated in this. The commitment and the expertise of the team. I'm very fortunate to be surrounded by really good and knowledgeable, skilled people that we can take this to the next level. And we're going to demonstrate the upside, and we're going to get there. And given the infrastructure, the high-grade nature of it, and this is what Canada and North America need. So I think those are the main points, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll keep looking out for Volta, and of course, hoping that you've got tailwinds on your side, Karim. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Volta Metals can be found on CEO.CA, as well as, of course, you can find the company through the full ticker symbols that are listed for you below. Thanks for watching.